So a lot of times people have a business and they're going to run ads, but a lot of times people want to understand what happens when they see an ad and why they see them. So I'm going to explain a little bit about Google Ads and some other internet advertising options. Then I'll show you some websites, and I'll actually show you on Google Ads services how you can actually set up an ad as well. So ads appear on a lot of places. They appear in search results. They appear on websites that show ads. They appear on YouTube. They appear on social networking. They appear in mobile apps. They appear in Amazon. So ads are pretty common all across the web. And somebody actually sent me an email and said they're being overwhelmed by ads and what can they do. If you want to use things for free on the internet, you will be ending up working with ads. You'll see ads because ads are how these businesses support themselves. So these are the most common. Now, are they a risk? Well, most websites have a policy on what ads are acceptable and what ads are not. And so they review them. Google, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, they typically have a review practice before they actually publish an ad. And you're hearing a lot about political advertising, and they're struggling with how to manage that. But they do have a review policy for making sure an ad meets their acceptable terms that they want to run. And most of the ads are designed by people that are trying to sell products or services, so it's normally not a major issue. So that review process takes place, and there's no cost to the user of a website for clicking on an ad. Typically, you hear about this thing called pay-per-click advertising, and that was the article that I linked to for people when they were in the newsletter. And there's no cost to click on an ad. The advertiser pays for the click. And there's actually a lot of fraud prevention tools that internet advertising uses to make sure that people aren't just clicking randomly and advertisers aren't paying for them unnecessarily. But there's no cost to you as a user of the internet to click on an ad or see what it does. So you don't have to be afraid of it to do it. So why are there ads? Well, Google and Facebook and Twitter and websites, they're all businesses that need a source of revenue. And there's essentially two ways people can make money on the internet for the most part. One is through advertising. So if you get a big website and you get a lot of people coming to it, like Facebook has 2.5 billion users, they come to visit that website. Not all of them visit every day, but a lot of them do. And so Instagram built a big audience, Twitter builds a big audience, LinkedIn, they get a lot of users, Google search. They can make money because advertisers want to reach them. It's like anything where you get a crowd of people. If you get a sporting event, if you get a swap meet, if you drive down the street, you see billboards on benches, you just see advertising everywhere. And so it's about attracting a crowd. So if you can build a website or a mobile app that attracts a lot of users, you can make money from advertising on it because about 20% of the people that see ads will click on them. So it's very common. Another way for a business to make money or revenue is through selling a product or a service they provide. So sometimes you find businesses do both advertising and selling a product or service, or they just do advertising or they just do sales of a product or service. So you find that some newspaper sites like the New York Times or the Wall Street Journal, they have a free version where they have a limited amount of access, and you might see ads with that. And then you can pay for a subscription and you still might see ads with that. So it's just a matter, and typically advertising has been done on magazines, of subscriptions, TV channels. These are businesses that need a source of revenue. News channels and TV channels support themselves either through advertising, like the ones that you see ads on, or you pay a subscription fee to somebody like Netflix, where you pay and you get content delivered to you. But they need a source of revenue. So the advantage is that we get access to free services, but we have to put up with advertising if we want to. If you want less advertising, you could find, I don't actually know of a paid search engine that's totally ad free. They're all ad supported because people don't seem to want to pay for a search engine in order to avoid advertising. It would cost you some money to do that because the advertising supports a lot of the revenue. It's a big business. We'll show you some numbers later on. Okay, so internet ads work pretty simply. The ad appears somewhere, and then someone like you or somebody visiting your website clicks on it, and then that click results in a new web page that opens up. So it's called pay-per-click because most of the time, this is where advertisers pay, is on the click. This, where the ad appears, is technically called an impression. So there are measurements and statistics that advertisers get on how many times their ad appears. And then they get statistics on how many times people click on the ad. And then the click takes people to a web page that is commonly called a landing page. It's not a special technology. It's just simply a page that is typically related to an ad that somebody runs. And the reason is that when you advertise on the internet, you want people to do something. And that's it, is that instead of, when people walk into a retail store, the goal is to have the merchandise laid out so that people are likely to buy something. If you go into a grocery store, you'll typically find that the healthiest food is on the perimeter. It's on the left side, the right side, and the back side. And the milk seems to always be at the back. Well, there's a reason for that. That's to get you to walk up and down through the aisles while you're shopping to get to the really nutritious foods, because the food on the aisles, or the items on the aisles, are merchandise and packaged foods that typically have higher margins for everybody. So the web works the same way. If you can get people to see the ad and then click on it, and you're going to pay for that click, then you want to get some result out of it. You want to get somebody to do something. So landing pages are often places where you can buy something. They take you to a way you can purchase something, or they can take you to a place where you fill out information in order to get some free downloads or subscribe to an email list, or they're a way you can print out a coupon of some sort. So that's a landing page. A landing page works in conjunction with a click. And there are advertisers and services that do that, but any web page that asks you to do something is typically called a landing page. It's not a specific technology. It's just the fact that it's asking you to take some action. And so the idea is that advertisers really don't know who's seeing their ad. They can get statistics on it, but they can't reach that person. And so they're trying to generate information or contact information or something. So the idea around advertising is to generate a lead. A lot of insurance websites, have information about getting quotes and getting advice on insurance policies, and you fill out a form and you'll be contacted. Home improvement advertising sites do that. Clicks on Google, lots of times you'll click on a Google or a Facebook ad and it'll ask you for some information so that the advertiser can reach you. That's called a lead in sales terminology, just getting somebody's contact information so someone can get in touch with you. And some types of services really require a contact, because if you're, say, getting home improvement, you're getting a repair work done in your home, you've got to reach somebody, but that person has to get a hold of you in order to arrange an appointment to give you an estimate. So that's what's called lead generation in marketing. The other type of activity is a call to action. So a call to action could be making a phone call, or buying a product in a shopping cart, or reading something, or watching a video. Those are just examples. You might find other calls to action, but that's typically what happens after you click on an ad. Is you'll be taken to a web page that will ask you to do something, and that action is what the advertiser really wants to have happen, because they pay for the click, but they're really trying to help move you through a sales process if they can. There's another type of ad that you may not be familiar with. It's called affiliate ads. And affiliate ads are ads where the advertiser pays a referral fee for a sale. Okay, so there are a lot of publications on the internet, and I'm going to show you some examples of a website that's a very large one that's totally supported by affiliate advertising. What happens is that the website owner has signed up to be an affiliate partner, and they've been approved. So say you wanted to make money every time you referred people to Amazon to buy a product. You can sign up on Amazon to be an affiliate. They will approve everyone to start with. And then you copy and paste some code onto your website or into an email that when people click on has a cookie that identifies you, and that's how the advertiser keeps track of paying you your commission. So when a user goes to your website, and they click on the affiliate link and they make a purchase, then the advertiser will pay you a commission. And there are software that manages all of this. There's 18,000 companies that pay affiliate commissions. So one way that website owners make money is they make money by displaying ads that refer people to affiliates. Some of you, may be familiar with some of these websites, but you may not know the difference between an affiliate ad or a pay-per-click ad. And from a user standpoint, it doesn't matter, because you're not going to pay anything more for anything. But I'll show you some things with Amazon Associates and another really well-known affiliate advertising site called Rakuten. For example, Apple doesn't run their own affiliate program. They actually pay a fee to this company called Rakuten, so that when you hear a song on Spotify or on Pandora and you click on it to download it to your iTunes account and buy the music, Apple pays them a commission. And they do that through this company called Rakuten, and we'll take a look at them. And there's some websites like Wirecutter and American Airlines that make money by referring people, to stores where they make purchases, and we'll take a look at those as well. Ads are going to show up in a variety of ways. So you'll see ads that might just be a text link like this one, or you'll see ads that are a graphic with a link like this one or this one. You'll see ads that are shopping cart ads where you actually can click on the product and go through a checkout process to buy it. You'll see ads on YouTube. You'll see ads on mobile apps. This is actually an ad for Netflix and a mobile app. So you'll see them everywhere. The challenge with advertising on the internet is that advertisers want to reach you, and the companies that get the traffic like YouTube and Google and Facebook want to keep you coming back. And so they have to balance how often they can run ads and how many ads they can show you with how frequently they can, get you to come back and continue to use their site. So they're always balancing it a little bit. So you might have noticed when you watch television, when you watch a half-hour situation comedy, you're watching about 22 minutes of show and about 8 minutes of commercials. When you watch late night television, the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, has different rules on how many ads can run, and you see more ads on late night TV, which makes them more profitable to the show. But they have to balance. They can't just constantly have ads, because then you really would have an infomercial all the time. And yes, there are people that like to watch infomercials, so they have times and periods for that. So this is a balancing act that's constantly being done by all of these companies like Google and Facebook, et cetera, that say, I got to keep people coming back to my website, but I also have to make money by running as many ads as I can. And so the more users they have, the more opportunities they have to run and display ads. Ads are placed by advertisers pretty easily. It's possible for anybody to create a Google Ads account. You create the ad, you choose where the ad's going to show up and where it appears, and there's lots of options. I mean, Google is not just Google's homepage on search. Google Ads can be displayed on a lot of different websites, and they can be displayed in YouTube. You can have video ads. You can have ads on Android. So there's just a lot of advertising options that are out there. But ultimately, people will click on an ad, and the advertiser sets the destination. They set a budget. Sometimes these steps vary, but these actually are pretty similar steps for Google, for Facebook, for Twitter, for LinkedIn, for anywhere an advertiser wants to run ads. And so it can get overwhelming, but you can start with a relatively small budget. There are types of ads that I mentioned. So an ad that an advertiser pays for when somebody clicks on it is called a pay-per-click ad. But advertisers can also pay for how many thousands of impressions they want. This tends to work for large types of events, media events like movies and other types of activities where people, they just want to get the ad, the name in front of people as much as possible. And the advertiser just paying to make sure that that ad shows up as much as possible, as opposed to paying for clicks. Remarketing. A remarketing ad occurs when someone visits a website and the ad appears again to them when they're off the website. So an example is maybe when you've offered to, when you've started shopping and you might have been looking for a pair of shoes on a shoe site like Zappos or something, and then you decide, oh, I don't think I'm going to buy them today. I'm going to wait. And you have a friend that calls you for lunch, and you go out to lunch, and you come back and you start looking on the internet. You start looking at reading articles or other things, and all of a sudden that an ad from Zappos pops up, and you say, well, how did they know I was shopping at Zappos? Well, that's called a remarketing ad. Google is tracking you whenever you visit a web page, and so they can remarket to you based on your web browser activity as well. Ads that are leads. It used to be very, very common for advertisers to advertise for a click and then take people to a landing page. And Google and Facebook and LinkedIn now are giving people the ability to collect leads. Somebody that does home improvement, somebody that's selling insurance, somebody a realtor. These are people that need to get a hold of you in order to present their sales opportunity, whatever it is they're trying to sell. So Google and Facebook and LinkedIn and others now are starting to sell ads where you pay per lead as opposed to pay per click. And so that's another type of ad. You can pay for video views. So Pinterest and Facebook and a few others have that. And then Google has the shopping cart ad, and Facebook has a shopping cart as well, where you pay when actually somebody buys something. You pay per sales. So the prices vary for these different types of ads, but there's just a lot of advertising options because there's just a lot of internet activity. Then when you look at the type of ad you want to run, and most people will run a click ad or a lead ad. Okay, those are the two most common ones that are run. But you can determine who can see it. You can have the ad, for example, on Google show up on the Google search results page, the homepage of Google. But Google also gives people the ability to make money by displaying ads on their websites, and that's called the Google Extended Network, so that you can have your ad appear in search. Other sites that use search like Wikipedia, refers people to Google search, and Safari uses Google search. So that's their extended network of search. But a lot of other websites display ads from Google, and they're less expensive per click. So that's what advertisers do. But you can actually target specific websites where you want your ad to run if they're available, or specific categories of websites too. So if you're focused on, say, selling food products, you can have your ad run on websites that are related to food and recipes and cooking. Google collects a lot of demographic data about us as users. Google used to want to get into the social networking business, but now they don't, because they found with our use of Gmail and Google Maps and other types of Google accounts, they just learn an awful lot about us. And so they've collected a tremendous amount of data about people that use the web. And so they can actually give advertisers the ability to target ads based on sex and location data and other types of things that you might not normally think that Google might not know about you. But Google has a pretty good idea of the kinds of things you're interested in based on the types of websites you visit and the types of searches you do on Google, and also the types of things you write in your emails, because they are scanning your email content to see what keywords might show up in your email that they can use to help direct ads to you based on demographic data. But it's all free, right? So that's the credit, the thing we get from it. This is my a Google Ads land homepage, so that you can grow your business with Google Ads. They will talk to you if you want to buy advertising from them. They have a little chat bot here in the lower corner. So if you want to get help setting up your Google Ads account, they will help you, because this is how Google makes money. They make money from ads. So when people type in a search term, your ad appears in some way. So I'm going to see if I can quickly sign in. Google Ads, it's a complicated dashboard. And so part of it is understanding what in the world this means. Okay, so all ads on the internet are typically started with what's called a campaign. So if you have to set up a Google Ads account. You can use any Google account to do that. It's free to set up. It doesn't cost anything. But if you want to run an ad, an advertiser would start with this thing called a new campaign. And what they have is a series of goals. So the goals really are more a matter of, what do you want to accomplish? Do you want sales? And as you scroll over them, they show you it drives sales online, in an app, by phone, or even in store. Okay, so they have sales. If you want a lead, you can get leads by encouraging customers to take action. You can get traffic to your website if that's what you want. You can get people to encourage people to explore your products or services. That's a little different than a sale, but it's called consideration. Is that, hey, here's something recommended for you, or they won't say recommended, but it'll pop up as an ad that might come around as you're browsing the web. You can increase your audience awareness. You can promote a mobile app if you want to and get more installs on your app. Or if you're sophisticated, you can just go ahead and create a campaign. Most people are going to run an ad that produces traffic to their website, because you have to have a certain kind of shopping cart that supports Google Ads in order to run sales. Most of them do. You just have to have a shopping cart application to do that. So if I click on getting people to my website, another set of options pops up. So advertisers go through this process of trying to create a campaign time. And this is the guided approach. Do I want to reach people when they show up on search? I want to have my ad show up on search, on Google and other partner sites? Or do I run them on my ad just to show up on the web, where it can show up across a wide network? Do I want to promote my shopping cart Do I want to have my ad show up on video? Or do I want to have my ad show up across YouTube, Gmail, Discover, and more? So these are different types of approaches for the ad. So I'm going to just click on search because those are the ads that would show up when people typed in a keyword and search. So I would type in my destination site here, but I'm using something generic here, but in reality, you would want to use a landing page, a specific page here. And then I can continue and it will walk me through showing up where is that at. It gives it a name of the campaign. I can say, okay, I want it to include Google search and Google search partners and have it show up across the Google display network of everywhere that runs Google ads. Google, one of the antitrust questions that came up when Google was testifying before the Congress was about a purchase they made of a company called DoubleClick. When people run ads on Google, they're really not just running ads that show up on Google's search page. They're running ads that show up wherever Google displays ads. And a lot of advertisers, websites display a lot of ads from Google. They're the biggest display network and they are dominant in that market. So if you're a website owner and you want to make money from ads, you would run ads through Google's payment program called Google AdSense. That's how people make money from displaying Google ads on their site, but Google Ads is how people run ads. Now you can select where you want the ad to run. You can get really specific in this. We can say, I just want to run an ad in Seal Beach, California, if I want to, and just target the ad that, and I can exclude different targets. I can run the ad by language. I can choose audiences for the ad. And this is where advertisers have the ability to start to browse ideas for people that are ideas that people might be interested. So if you're selling, say, a gift product, you have the ability to run ads based on party supplies, gift baskets, wedding planning. YouTube, they'll show you all of these, and you can target it in a more narrow fashion if you want to. So this is the key thing that advertisers try and do, is they want to target people based on their interests and activities, because they know those are the type of people that are likely to click on the ad and likely to be interested in the offer. You can set a budget from $1 a day and up, and you can focus on clicks. You can, they will maximize your clicks. They have automated tools. This is actually an auction. Whenever someone visits a web page, they are displaying a brand new piece of content on the internet not for the first time, but it refreshes every time you visit a web page. So it's possible to publish a lot of pages without paying for paper on the internet. And so that's why it's considered an auction. So you are bidding against other advertisers that want their ad to appear to the same audience at the same time, and also to try and reach those people. So some advertisers, as we get closer and closer to Halloween, it's going to become more expensive for people that sell costumes to advertise, because there'll be a point where the amount of people doing searches for that is so great. So you find that advertising sometimes is affected by seasonal activities. We'll see it affected by sales times as we get into holiday season shopping. Ad costs for certain types of products will go up. And so it may not be worth it to advertise for an advertiser at certain times, but other advertisers have to advertise. They have to put those ads out. So they're willing to pay a fair amount of money. And the way to lower your budget for advertising is to use the extended network of sites that get picked up by Google and approach things. And social media advertising works very much the same way. So there's a process that people have to go through to create the ads and run the ads on something like Google. I just wanted to give you a little exposure to what an advertiser goes through, and then they pay, and the money's charge their credit card on a regular basis. Typically, they charge about $300. You can start with about $200 of advertising. Now I'm going to show you some other types of advertising with affiliates. So that's Google. So when you see Google ads, and you see, we're going to leave this now, but when you see Google show up on a website, if I go just to do a Google search and I search for, say, auto repair near me, and I see ads, you can see the ad. So the advertiser probably hasn't paid for the ad for an impression. They're probably going to pay for it for a click. But when I click on the ad, I'm taken to another web page. This is a link. And so, I now see information about Eurocar Doctor. Okay, so they have a pop-up that appears that they want. So sometimes Google diminishes search results for websites that have pop-ups, but they do have a subscribe and get $20 coupon off. So some websites do a really good job of having a good landing page. So let's take RepairSmith. They are not a shop, they are a referral service that refers you to other places that will get information for a lead. So if you want to get started, this is a landing page that says get started. And in order to get quotes or information on this car repair, you're going to have to type in some information about yourself. Okay, so they have that's another type of destination. But remember, you can click on the ad, and if you don't take any action, now these don't say ad on them, so they are not ads. So that these are just organic searches, but they might still take you to something that might, for promoting things. So that's just Google search. Another website that's popular is Wirecutter, but Wirecutter is affiliate supported. They make no bones about it. They are a free website to use. What they do is they review products. They were purchased by the New York Times. If you look at traditional publishers that are now publishing on the web and through mobile apps, they are making more and more of their money on the internet as opposed through print. And so they have started to figure out ways to make money through advertising. So it says right here, Wirecutter is reader supported. When you buy through links on our website, we may earn an affiliate commission. Well, that means that they don't always earn affiliate commissions. They may. Okay, so when you find a product you like, so they're affiliate coffee makers, weather's getting a little colder, people are maybe looking at more types of coffee. And so if I click on the best types of coffee makers here, Wirecutter has reviews. They test them, they get an idea of what they're like, and then they have links. So here's a link for what they say is the best coffee maker. So you'll see a lot of websites that write reviews of products, and they write reviews of products because they can typically make an affiliate commission if they refer you somewhere and you buy the product. So there's no extra charge. If I go to Bed Bath & Beyond, the price is going to be the same as if I buy it through Wirecutter, but Wirecutter will make a little bit of money if I buy it through them. So this is what the link takes me to. It takes me directly to Bed Bath & Beyond. And in a lot of this action that's taking place in the browser code, you don't see here that fast. That means that Bed Bath & Beyond's affiliate manager, if they do it themselves or if it knows that the referral was made by Wirecutter, and they will, if I buy this product, they will track in a commission that will get paid to Wirecutter. Well, commissions vary all over the place. So if you're referring somebody to an Apple song on iTunes, you might make about 3 cents by referring them there through the Apple affiliate program. But some commissions, like to Rocket Mortgage, they'll pay $150 if you refer people to Rocket Mortgage, and they take out their mortgage through Rocket. And so you find that a lot of websites are review websites. So you see a lot of times you'll search and you'll see search results for top 10 or best. Those are websites that oftentimes make their money from affiliate commissions. Amazon has an affiliate marketing program that anybody can join. And so if you sign up and you recommend an Amazon product through your affiliate link, what you have to do is it's free to sign up, and then Amazon gives you access to an affiliate HTML code. You can copy and paste that in an email or on your website, and then when people click, you can earn commissions when people buy a product through Amazon. That's how Wirecutter does it. And so Best Buy, Amazon, others do that. Another affiliate program is Rakuten, and they've started marketing directly. This is a multi-billion-dollar corporation, and they are well known in the internet marketing industry as one of the biggest affiliate managers. So not everybody like Amazon manages their own affiliate program. Some companies pay Rakuten to manage it for them, and they say, have all the web publishers that are out there do it. But Rakuten's actually started marketing directly and saying, okay, instead of us just paying, handling the payment for advertisers like Dick's Sporting Goods or Best Buy or Groupon or Chewy and paying another website, well, maybe we should just market ourselves as a way for users to get discounts. So if you buy something through Wirecutter gets the commission. If you go to Rakuten and buy it through a store, you'll get the commission. You get the money that they would pay to the affiliate. So you can essentially be your own affiliate. So a lot depends on just how much you spend on that. You also see some things like American Airlines. Everybody has a shopping cart service. Buy through us, buy through our shopping service. American Airlines does it. They give you miles, but they also make a commission when you buy through these things. And guess what you see? Groupon and Disney and other things. So a lot of people that have become more successful in working with affiliate programs as opposed. Now, Rakuten lets you just earn money. They have a browser installation, but you also can sign up to be an affiliate partner and sell through them. And then certain shopping carts out there in the market, like Shopify and others, that actually have the ability for you to automatically support an affiliate program. It's essentially a referral commission, but it's just another type of ad that shows up, and you may not know the difference between an affiliate ad and a display ad. And for all intents and purposes, it really doesn't matter too much. I found these statistics, and there's probably variations on the web, but this is TV advertising. It's about, they took TV, Google, which owns YouTube, Facebook, and Amazon, and it's a reliable source that says there's $656 billion spent worldwide on this type of advertising. And you can see on the web, Google is 34%, Facebook's about 19%, and Amazon is growing. If you're selling a product on Amazon, Amazon supports advertising as well. And so a lot of these others like Twitter, and even though they're making a couple of $1 billion a year advertising on Twitter through revenue, it's a drop in the bucket compared to what the worldwide spend is for this. And so we're going to see more ads. I mean, the internet advertising is growing more as we see things. You see TV channels like NBC started Peacock, their streaming service, and they're ad supported and doing other things. You see New York Times buying things like Wirecutter to support ads. And so it's big and it works. But the important thing for an advertiser is to have a good offer and a good destination for what it is. And you can start small. You can start small with about a $200 a month budget. And from our standpoint as consumers, We just have to understand that ads are going to support free services, and that's how it's going to be for a while until we decide we want to pay for things. Thank you for joining on this morning, and I will see you all eventually through the week a little bit later on, and maybe on another webinar soon. Okay. Well, thanks, and take care. All right. Bye-bye.